sleep, and all of a sudden I start feeling something real warm. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see from the title, y'all don't want to miss this tea. With every story time, I always gotta give you guys a backstory on what happened so y'all could get, you know, the gist of the situation that's going on. I met this guy, of course, through mutual friends, because the Army is a small world, and we're gonna give him a name. We're gonna call him Kelly. Anyway, so me and Kelly have been following each other on Instagram, and we were Facebook friends somehow, I guess through mutual friends or whatever. And he DM'd me one day, was like, oh, I feel like I've seen you around. I was like, you probably have, like we're at the same base. Off rip, like he's really cool. Like at this point, like we're texting every day. And then he's like, oh, what's your Snapchat? So I sent him my Snapchat, then we started Snapchatting like every so often. At first it wasn't serious, and then one day, or gradually over time, he started to tell me like he liked me and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I kind of like you too, like I really can vibe with you, you know, based upon like the vibe he putting out through text. We texting, and at this point it became like an everyday thing, like texting him, you know, like we talking. We not together, we not serious, we just talking or whatever. One weekend, well, one night I was on base at the barracks. If you don't know, the barracks is like dorms for like the Army. So I'm at the barracks chilling with my friends, drinking, like we all just chilling, like everything cool or whatever. And of course the whole time I'm Snapchatting and texting Kelly, because for some reason he didn't go out clubbing with his friends. Yeah, for some reason that weekend he did not go out clubbing with his friends or go out somewhere else outside of like Fort Hood. So he's like, yo, I'm doing the same thing at my room with my friends or whatever. I was like, oh shoot, like that's what's up. And as every guy do, he hit me with the, oh, so what you doing afterwards? So I tell him, to be honest, I don't really have nothing planned. Then he texts me back, you kind of trying to come through? Me being me, and I have been wanting to kick it with Kelly for a while, I was like, sure, like I'll slide. Of course I tell my friends, hey y'all, I'm about to go slide, I'm about to go chill with Kelly, you know, for like the rest of the night. And they're like, oh shit, like cool, go do your thing. So I take my little happy nervous ass over to his barracks room, and mind you, this is the first time like we ever like hung out. Like of course we've seen each other in person, but like right at a distance, and each other over social media, but this is our first time like actually acknowledging each other and hanging out. So I get there, and of course, you know, he's still drinking, he's still sipping, and you know, he offered me some, and me, I'm not gonna turn down really no drink, depending on what it is or whatever. And it's just something about someone feeling like they can outdrink me. You're not about to drink me under the table. We start sipping, we start vibing, and then, you know, as the night progresses, we do our ones and twos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think alcohol, late hours of the night, two grown adults, y'all can put the pieces together. So at this point, I'm lit, I'm tired, you know what I'm saying, because I've been hanging out all night, and then we did our ones and twos or whatever. And I was like, dang, like I'm tired as fuck. So he like, shit, you could stay the night here and leave when you good, like we really feel like you can't drive. So I'm like, dang, dude, really cool. His room not dirty, it don't smell like corn chips. I was like, you know, I could stay here for a couple of hours or whatever, and then as soon as I'm good, I'm sliding. Usually for me, meeting a guy for the first time, I don't stay the night with them. That's just a rule I have. And something in me just told me you should go home. Like you should just take your behind home. But of course I didn't. I was being lazy. I was kind of, well, I really honestly was tired. So I was like, oh shit, a couple hours won't hurt. I'm gonna get up real early and just slide, leave, go take a shower. You know me personally, I'm not really a heavy sleeper. Like even before I like have my own child, I never slept heavy. So if we in the same bed, every time you move, I knew when you moved. You turn over, I know when you turn. This is when things start to get interesting. So stay with me. I'm half asleep, and all of a sudden I start feeling something real warm like on my back. But mind you, I'm still tipsy because it hadn't been that like long, you know what I'm saying? Probably may have been like 3-4 hours that we've been asleep. So I was like, what the hell is that? Like what? Why is my back all of a sudden warm? I thought I was dreaming, but mind you, I woke up a little bit. I was half asleep, but I was not tripping. Something really was warm on my back. At this point, I'm like, whatever. So I get up, I tiptoe my tipsy ass to the bathroom, because at this point, you know, I gotta pee. I get in the bathroom, I pull, you know, my underwear down to use the bathroom, of course, and for some reason, back side of my underwear was wet, like, and only the back side. It wasn't the seat, it wasn't the front, it was just the back side of the underwear just wet. So at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. Now I'm in the bathroom trying to put the pieces together, like, okay, I felt something warm on my back and the back of my underwear is wet. Did he? I didn't want to say it, but you know, you knew what I was thinking. Point, I'm wide awake. You know, I done turned these bright lights on in the bathroom trying to figure out what the fuck that fucking happened. Like, why is this shit fucking wet? And I'm shaking him to try to wake him up. I'm like, Kelly, like, wake up. He is not waking up. Like, he is out cold. He was still breathing and had a heartbeat now, but he was out cold. As I'm shaking him and trying to wake him up and pull the cover back, he is laying in a big ass puddle, y'all. Like, big ass puddle. And you know, I look, you know, I took a double take. The front of his drawers is wet. So I'm like, no, he did not. So I'm like, no, he did not, bro. Ain't no way this grown ass man peed in the bed. Like, you too grown and too big to be peeing on yourself like that. And then my thing is, get your big grown ass up. You had a whole nother person in the bed with you. You decide to pee in the bed? You decide to pee in the bed at all night. Like, you pee on the bed by yourself, that's one thing. But you peeing in the bed when somebody else is laying in the bed with you, you just met this person for the first time, that's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. So I'm like, you know what, I'm about to go home, about to go lay in my nice clean dry bed. So I'm getting my stuff together and I leave or whatever. So I'm texting the group chat, calling people, calling my friends. I'm like, yo, y'all won't believe what just happened. He pretty much peed in the bed, he peed on me. And of course, you know, they're making their jokes like, oh, he R. Kelly'd you, da 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 da. So they're like, you wanna say something to him? I was like, I don't know, I feel like I should. Next morning rolls around, and of course, you know, he texts me good morning. He's like, hey, did you make it back okay? I'm like, yeah, I made it okay. And I was like, hey, later on, I gotta talk to you about something, because I didn't want to say it right in there. It's early in the morning. I'm not trying to ruin nobody day that early, tell them they peed on themselves. So at this point, it's kind of ate me up inside. So I decided to text him like a few hours later. It wasn't like the afternoon yet or anything. And I wasn't mean about it when I told him what had happened. He was like, I knew something had happened. I knew it wasn't from our ones and twos because, you know, the bed was dry when we went to sleep. He was like, I'm sorry. He was like, honestly, it's kind of hilarious. Like, even though I'm embarrassed. And so I guess at some point in the day, he told his brother they was joking about it or whatever. But yeah, that was that on that. Like, I was like, that was the end of that. We still follow each other on social media. So I know at some point he might see this video, but ain't like I never told him, so it's whatever. And then I did not disclose his name, and only the people close to me know exactly who he is. And to this day, you know, they never like told no one for real. But that concludes this juicy story time. Don't forget to go watch my other videos and my other story times if you like them, and comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.